Guys, welcome back to the channel, Air Guns for Airheads. Please, guys, would you consider hitting the like and subscribe button and even possibly sharing the video so this way we could stay in the algorithm like always and continue our love and passion for these awesome air guns, launchers, and airsofts and everything else that we do here on the channel. All right, guys, so a new toy came, and I think it's like my favorite of all. I did unbox it yesterday and I made a video, but like a putz, I kept mispronouncing the name of it. And then I made a second video because my battery was dying, but I wanted to make a second video real quick before it did die. And of course, in that video, I kept mispronouncing the name of the new BB gun rifle. So I decided to delete both videos because I just sounded like an idiot. And here I am attempting to do this again today. And instead of me being a wise guy and pretending like we're doing a box opening, I'm not going to do that. You guys are a cool audience. You subscribe to the channel. So you're going to get it as real as it comes. This is why sometimes I curse on it. I told you I smashed the other two shitty guns into pieces in the magazine, and they were a waste of fucking money. And exactly why I didn't delete that time when I had the full auto BB gun, and I pressed it and it was like right here, and I said, oh shit, and then told you about how I'm good with gun safety. I never pointed at myself or anything, and that's exactly why I didn't get hurt and only a couple of bees flew out. But I could have edited, deleted, or restarted that video. I did not. I just, listen, we're all human, guys. We all make mistakes and stupid, careless decisions. Hopefully that they're not, life altering, life changing, life threatening. You know what I mean? We could all learn from it and each other, and hopefully, make it a safer, better place. So, you guys are going to get as real as, I'm going to give you as real as it can get, and no filter. I'm not going to have a filter, guys. And I don't think I'm too bad, but, there's a couple of things that I could have, done. Now, however, I know that sounds a little crazy when I'm telling you that I deleted the videos instead of leaving them when I kept mispronouncing the name. But like, I really was embarrassed because I'm going to tell you what I was saying. There was a couple of people that watched it. I saw there were a couple of views. So some of you watching this one might realize that right now what I'm saying and be like, this motherfucker is real, because he didn't have to go ahead and tell everybody that, but I am. And that's all there is to it. I am, so I'll keep it real with you. All right, guys, so let me show you the new toy, and then I want to go into a bunch of things with this. And then, of course, we'll get to the chronograph and check this thing out. Here we are. This is the new toy. I've already put my flashlight on the top Picatinny rail in the front. It does not obstruct or get in the way, and I can't see it in any way, shape, or form when I look through my scope or my optic. It's low enough. Now, the reason why it's up there is because it is a cool flashlight and it lights everything up. And there is no side Picatinny rail or bottom Picatinny rail, which sucks, because I wanted to put my foregrip on. Now, guys, I will figure out a way to make this foregrip somehow work. Whether I got to drill some holes, something, I will figure it out. Maybe even if I purchase another one that's a little bit wider. I don't know. But I promise you guys, I will find a way to make the Picatinny rail out of nothing to hold this foregrip on. And then, of course, I will share that with you guys. Because cupping this thing, this thing is friggin' heavy, guys. It's like 7 pounds stock. And then I added the scope, which is heavy, and I added the flashlight, and then of course we're gonna get into the CO2s and stuff. But let me show you exactly what we got here, guys. I'm gonna move these boxes out of the way, and then I'll put them back. and then we'll get into why I deleted the videos yesterday and I'm making the new one now. Okay, guys, so as you see here, we got the SG, which is, you see what that says? I mean, it's upside down. I know because the box is backwards. This is the back of it, but it had the information. That's why I left it back out. It is the Sig Sauer. The Sig Sauer. Yesterday, when I made the 2 videos, and I kept saying the name probably like 15 times between both videos, I kept calling it the Sig Saucer. I was tired of shit from work, guys, and I just kept saying the Sig Saucer. You know, so after watching both of the videos, you know, 1 or 2 times and, you know, do the editing and figure out a thumbnail, I just was embarrassed, and I was like, I gotta delete this shit. I gotta delete this shit because my audience and subscribers are gonna be like, he's such an idiot. Yeah, because that was just embarrassing, guys. So like, I'm sorry, but guys, like, I couldn't leave it, guys. It just was embarrassing. I couldn't leave it. So I apologize to you guys because, you know, I didn't keep it 100, but yet I kept it 100. You know what I mean? Because I did tell you my mistake and what I did and that it was embarrassing. And that's why we're remaking the video on the box opening of the Sig Sauer now. Because I called it the Sig Saucer so many times yesterday. I had to redo it. I had to redo it. So anyway, guys, now that we know we got the Sig Sauer and not the Sig Saucer, let's get into it. Okay, so it's the CO2. Okay, and it's the 90 gram. It will take the 88 gram or the 90 gram. It's the monster CO2, like my burner Mission 4. It's obviously the same BBs as always, the 1.77, that's the 4.5s, 30 rounds, semi-auto. It is not a full auto. That's a little depressing, but when I get into the other stuff about this, guys, believe me, that is nothing. 7.5 pounds. Okay, I said it like 7 pounds. It's even more. The overall length is 30.25 inches. And you could see right there, muzzle velocity. Results may vary based on ammo weight, temperature, and altitude. Up to 600 feet per second, guys. Guys, 600 feet per second. Guys, that's insane. Literally insane for a CO2 gun. Now you might say, well, it takes the 88 gram or 90 gram CO2, which is the big boy. You can see the difference. This is a 12. This is a 12 gram. This is an 88 gram. This is a 16 gram. So you can see the difference. Okay. 12 gram, 16 gram, which has the screws on. 12 gram does not have threads on it. The 16 gram does. And then there's the 90 gram / 88 gram. They're like the same thing. Now, I want to explain something to you guys because I made the same mistake thinking the bigger the CO2 cartridge, the more power you're going to get. False. And I am going to demonstrate that to you tonight. We're going to put the 16 gram back in the box. And we're going to leave the 12 gram out. See, it's the 12 gram. It has no threads on it. No threads. Smooth, no threads. And the 90 gram. Now, I'm gonna explain to you guys that I made the mistake of thinking that the bigger the CO2, the more power this thing's going to have. Like my Mission 4. Or any gun, to tell you the truth. The same mistake with the burner. I used to have the SD, the self-defense one, and now I have the LE, which is the law enforcement edition. The SD took the 8 gram. The law enforcement edition takes the 12 gram right here. And the power is not in the CO2. Okay? It does not matter the size of the CO2. All the CO2 really does is the longevity. The longevity of the usage, which means out of this one, you could fire, let's just say 5 magazines. And out of this one, you could fire 25 magazines. Now, guys, that's a hypothetical. I don't know. Maybe that is true. Maybe you could fire 5 magazines out of this weapon or any other one with a 12 gram and 25 with the 90 or 88 gram. I don't know. It's just a hypothetical. You're not going to get more power out of your weapon because instead of using this little 12 gram, you use this 88 or 90 gram. You're not getting more power. You're only going to be able to fire the gun longer without having to change cartridges. CO2 cartridges. That's all it means. Okay, so now that I clarified that, if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys that that is a fact. Okay, we're going to demonstrate that tonight. So this will be one of our most educational videos yet, and pretty much showing you how incredible this Sig Sauer rifle is. I mean, dude, guys, I absolutely love this thing. I cannot believe the power in this thing. It's my most powerful weapon yet. And ironically, the crazy thing is, well, technically close. It's right there with my Pistelli X68 Gen 2, the launcher. But this is just a BB gun. It fires the small BBs at crazy speeds. And my Pistelli X68 Gen 2 fires these big boys. That's a big difference, guys. Big difference. So that's pretty impressive for the PX68 Gen 2. Okay, guys. So let me break a couple things down. First, I should turn you around so you can see me when I talk. All right, guys. So first things first, this thing is extremely heavy to start with at pushing 8 pounds. 7.5. Let's keep it a buck, 100. 7.5 pounds. This thing is heavy as shit. When you add this flashlight, which isn't heavy, but it's not light. It's a big flashlight. That adds weight, and then the scope itself has got some nice weight to it. And then, of course, your 90 gram CO2 is got some weight to it. So believe me when I tell you, this is not for the faint of heart, guys. This thing is heavy, and when you're holding this thing instead of a foregrip, and you're holding it like this, your wrist over here starts to really. It starts to really cramp up and hurt, and you gotta like lower the weapon a minute, shake it out, and then re-raise it, guys. But this thing is a monster. But anyway, let's get back to what I was just discussing real quick. My Mission 4 rifle. I did a review on that. You can go back and watch. The speed on that was like up to 370 feet per second, and that uses 88 and 90 gram cartridges. Okay, so therefore, if I'm telling you that my one Pistelli X68 Gen 2 pistol launcher, not a rifle, pistol launcher, is launching at massive speeds, like let's just say in between 650, let's just say in between 600 and 700 feet per second, and it's doing that off of the baby 12 gram CO2. That's telling you right there that my pistol off the 12 gram, my launcher, PX68 Gen 2 launcher off the 12 gram is firing at in between 600 and 700 feet per second. And then my Mission 4 launcher, which is firing with the 88/90 gram CO2 and only firing at 370 feet per second. That's like half. That's like roughly half. And the 370 is firing with this one, and the 650, 675 is firing with this little guy. So that is my point right there. This does not mean more power. This does not mean more power than this one. It just means longevity. You could shoot more magazines and play with the launcher longer, or BB gun or airsoft, whatever. You could play with it longer without having to stop and switch to a new cartridge. That's all it means. All it means. Nothing to do with power, guys. So I'm going to demonstrate that with this. Now, I did just put in a brand new 90 gram CO2 cartridge with a valve. I'll explain that to you in a second. Okay, guys. So what I did a little investigating. A lot of you probably already knew this. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. I never asked anybody to help me out with it. It just came to my head when this thing arrived yesterday, and I thought how like it would be way better to be able, because these things last a long time. My Mission 4 has a built-in valve, if you remember, that slides back to lock out the air from seeping into the weapon. So once you screw this in and pierce it, you pull the valve on the gun forward, so this way you could use the launcher, and then you pull the valve back, so this way this seals and it doesn't seep in the launcher and ruin all your seals and O-rings and all that other shit. So you could store your weapon once this is pierced without it seeping into the weapon and destroying O-rings or losing air or whatever. You could store it for long periods of time, or a decent period of time. So it's just ready to use. But that was built into the Mission 4. So I wanted to see if there was some sort of add-on I could get for the Sig Sauer, a valve that would screw into to the weapon where this screws in, and then this would screw into the valve and it'll pierce. But once you stop using the weapon, the valve will automatically seal itself and not let air escape or waste, because it would be a shame. You never want to leave your weapons with a pierced CO2 in it, because it will destroy it. I've done it before, and I even told you guys on prior videos, I've done it before, not realizing, and then I said no more. So I always expel all the gas from all my weapons after I'm done playing with them. And even if that's losing a lot of CO2 out of them, it doesn't matter. It's better to do that than to try to store it with them in there, because I've ruined magazines before and a weapon. All right, so this would be a shame, because this would take a while of use to expel all the gas in here. So I thought it would be great to locate a valve that will keep the air sealed in this, and me not having to use it all in one night and just blow it all off, that I could save it and use it the next day or a week later or 2 weeks later. And I did find the valve, guys, so I'm going to show you. So this is where the stock comes off. This is where your 12 gram, your 88 gram or 90 gram, these are 90, screw into the valve right here. This is the valve I bought. Okay, if this black valve wasn't here, this CO2 would screw directly into the gun itself, and it would pierce. And then it would always be feeding air into the gun, whether using it or not. It would seep in and destroy O-rings and other stuff. But with this valve, like, the CO2 literally locks in there. Now, I will show you guys. You will hear a little gas expel out of here when I take this off, until it's completely off, and then you won't hear anything. You heard it? And now you don't hear it. So now it's completely sealed. The valve completely sealed, guys. It's holding all the air. So I could literally store this, and it's leaving the gun. It's freaking great. You cannot do that once the CO2 is pierced without the valve. As soon as you unscrew it, all the gas comes right out. And that's a waste. So you just screw this back in, do it quick, so you don't waste a lot of air. And that's it, guys, sealed. And then even use a little tool just to snug it, make sure. And that's it, guys. So that's like fantastic. And then your butt stock will fit right back over that. It's supposed to lock in, but this doesn't lock in with the valve, but it actually, it's on there pretty good. You got to pull it. You got to give it a little tug for it to come off. So it's not like going to just fall off on you. It shouldn't, see? Shouldn't just fall off on you. And that's great. So let's fire this thing on the chronograph, and let's see what kind of power and numbers we get, guys. Let me set you up right here like always. Can you see the chronograph? Where is it? There it is. Okay. And you guys can see the numbers right there. All right, let's turn this light on. See what kind of numbers we get out of this thing, guys. This thing is impressive. And we got a brand new target on board. See, we got our flashlight. We got a red dot. All right, guys. Let's see. Make sure that you could see that still. Yeah, we got a brand new target we hung, guys. And yes, you could still see the chronograph. Great. Fantastic. All right, guys. So here we go. We're gonna go through our scope and see what we got here. So we want to pull back, take it off of safety. I'll show you the safety and everything in a little while, guys. And let's see what our numbers are. Here we go. Ready? 570. 572. 411. What the heck? Stop it. 389. That's terrible. 365. Guess what, guys? I'll tell you right now, I could already see the difference. The valve is restricting a lot of the airflow, the gas, because the numbers on this were in the 600s and 500s yesterday. It's really restricting the airflow a lot. Wow. 478. 430. 484. 508. 586. 500. 533. 578. 602. 563. 584. 565. 578. 554. 537. Oh my God, guys, this shit, I told you this gets heavy, guys. It's insane. 577. 434. 598. 590. 587. 552. 535. Holy shit. 595. 'And we're out, guys. We're out. Okay, guys. Safety on. Okay, guys. Let me bring you over here. Give me a second. My hands covering the camera. Okay, so we were firing through the scope there. We were firing through the scope. Holy shit. Talk about a group. Brand new. We didn't even touch that. Brand new. We just fired all that right through. Wow. All right, guys. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to prove this to you. Take this off. This right here is what's called an adapter from 88 90-gram cartridges where you could actually use 12 grams. It's an adapter. So your 12 gram will go in here. You'll screw it in here. Don't screw it in all the way yet. Just till it stops. That's it. Because once you screw it in all the way, you're going to pierce the 12 gram. There's no valve on this. The air will just come right out. So guys, I'm going to show you. We're going to take this out. I'm going to spin it quick. So we're going to lose a little bit of air. Not much, but we're going to lose a little. Hold on. Let me get this wrench all the way. We're going to lose a little, but we got to do it quick. So, okay. We lost a little, guys. It's sealed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to screw this in place. This adapter. Clearly you could see we just fired. You saw the numbers on firing the 90 gram. You saw the numbers. Okay, now we're going to screw this in. It's going to pierce. Okay, 12 gram is now pierced with this little adapter. I'm going to put a buttstock on, and this time it will lock into place. See that? It locked in. You press that button to pull it off, and then you just push it on. It locks in. All right, so guys, we are completely switched out from a 90 gram to a 12 gram. Let's go back over here together. We have our 90 gram right there. And I will show you again. So you can see there was no editing. We're off our buttstock. There's our 90 gram right there. And here's our little 12 gram adapter right here. Gonna put our buttstock on. Come on. Lock it in place. And we are going to walk together over to the chronograph. I'm going to set you guys down right here. Same spot as always. Raise you up so you can see the chronograph. And I'm going to show you the numbers on the chronograph. Oh, maybe I could put you up here. There you go. Now you can see the chronograph. Now we got... Oh shit, guys. Hold on, don't move. I forgot. We got to put some BBs in the magazine. I'm going to leave the weapon right here so you see I'm not switching anything. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to fill the magazine with the BBs. Try not to drop them on the ground like I just did. Oh boy, guys, we're almost out with BBs here. We're out, guys. Hold on, I'm going to grab the other speed loader. Right here. I'm right here. And I'm just dropping BBs everywhere, guys. They're just shooting everywhere. In my hand and everything. I like the other speed loader a little bit better. It's Works a little bit better for me than this one. The other one is easy to push. This one is rough to push. This one just shoots BBs everywhere. What the hell? All right, guys, we are completely filled up. Put this down. Let's come back and grab our Sig Sauer. Put the magazine in. Turn on our scope. Guys, we're going to go for headshots. Here we go, guys. Watch the numbers on the 12 gram that I was explaining to you. That has nothing to do with the power, it's just the longevity. Here we go. 592, guys. 592 again, guys. 609, guys. 584. 608. 601. 620, guys. I told you guys. 590. I told you the valve is great for keeping the air, but it's holding back power. Error. 623, guys. See what I mean? The valve was seriously holding back a lot of power, guys. 610. 622, guys. That's insane, guys. 622 again, guys. 587. 626, guys. 599. 611, guys. 608, guys. Oh my God, I gotta give my arm. I gotta give my arm a little break. Holy shit, this fucking thing is heavy. 617, guys. 601. 602. 587. Guys, look at these numbers all lingering around 600. 592. So I learned something today. 589. This is all 12 gram, guys. All 12 gram. 490. Ooh, that was the first one that dropped way low. Look at that. Right back up. 581, guys. 579, guys. 574. Holy shit, guys. This thing is heavy. Fuck. 579 again. 5:59, guys. And we're out. Okay. Let me shut this off. Put this away. Put the gun down. And I'll come and get you. And we'll discuss. And we'll discuss now. All right, guys. So, what I learned today was these valves are absolutely fucking awesome to prolong your usage and storage of your 88 or 90 gram CO2s, meaning that you don't have to leave it pierced in your weapon and worry about gas leaking out, destroying your O-rings, valves, or anything else, or your magazine, your weapon itself. The valve is absolutely awesome. What's the word I'm looking for? Is an awesome. I don't even know what the real word I'm looking for. I got a brain fart. Let's just say it's an awesome piece of arsenal for you to own, to save money on wasting these, which means that once you pierce this giant 88 gram or 90 gram CO2, you don't have to stand wherever you are and just fire away and fire away. Maybe you want to just play around for 20 minutes, half hour or something, 10 minutes. You would have to use this whole thing up and hang around for a shit ton of magazines, or just unscrew it and waste it, because you do not want to store your weapon pierced. Do not want to store your weapon pierced. Take it from me, I promise you. So this is definitely a good piece of arsenal to have in your possession, to not have to blow this thing off if you don't want to all in one shot, because they are expensive, or stand around and use your air gun or launcher or airsoft longer than you truly want to, and you know that you can salvage this for another day or another time or later in the day or whatever. Okay, so this is great. But what I have learned, because this is the first time I've ever had this setup, it just came today. I have learned from firing this rifle last night without the valve, and just I was so excited. I fired off a whole 90 gram, but I was down here. I made 2 videos, and then after the videos ended, I was still down here playing with it. So I was down here for a while last night, maybe about an hour, trying to just load the magazine, make a video, blow it off, load the magazine, make a second video for my phone died, and then just load the magazine again, blow it off, load the magazine again. It took a little while to waste out the whole 90 gram, because I didn't want to store it in the weapon. I will not store them pierced in the weapon anymore, if it does not have a valve, of course. Valve you can, but I will not store it in the weapon pierced anymore. And I didn't want to just unscrew the 90 gram and just waste all the gas out of this, because again, these are expensive. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. So this is great to have the valve for prolonging the life and usage and storage of this already pierced in your weapon, and not having to worry about ruining anything. Downside to the valve. Clearly you could see from the numbers that we got with this 90 gram with the valve, as to this little 12 gram without a valve, the numbers were drastically different. This was up in the 600s for most of the time, and then the high 5s. And this thing got down as low as 300s. And ironically, this just came today while I was at work. Came home, put it on it, and trying it with you guys. And you see what I see. Last night when I fired this thing and went through this whole thing, my numbers hit almost 670 something without the valve. Without the valve. It hit like 670 something. And tonight with just a small 12 gram, we were sort of close in them 600s without a valve. But tonight it was drastic number different, drastic number drop with the valve. So be prepared to sacrifice one thing for another if you decide you want the valve. You're going to sacrifice power and feet per second for longevity of your 90, 88 or 90 gram CO2, being able to store it ready to use in your weapon without worrying about destroying your weapon or your O-rings or valves or anything else. Okay? So, again, be prepared to sacrifice power and speed for longevity of your CO2s and keeping more money in your pocket, because you don't have to unscrew this and waste it if you only wanted to play with it for a little while and you're like, well, I really don't want to store the gun with this pierced even for a couple of hours because I'm worried. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you, because I don't want to either, especially after the costly mistakes I've made in the past of ruining magazines in the weapon. I would rather buy another CO2 than having to lose my gun or my magazine because the constant pressure of the gas ruined it. So I do not blame you. So the valve is great for storing your stuff. Fantastic. Awesome. But I lost a lot of power and speed. But these guys are way cheaper and come let me see the count, 40 to a box for like 29 bucks. And the nice part is I can use these in that weapon with that adapter thing I just showed you. So I'm not sad. These I could use for my Mission 4 because that's great. Although my Mission 4 will take the same adapter to use these, fine. So either way, I'm not upset, but it will definitely come in handy to have this valve to prolong the life of these. But you could have a lot of fun with these with that other adapter that's in the Sig Sauer right now, and you still see the numbers were insane, guys, insane. Anyway, let's get to the weapon. Let's get to talking about the weapon. This thing is fucking awesome. This thing is awesome. I absolutely love this thing. It is probably one of my favorite guns. One of my favorite. I love my SA-10. Love my UX SA-10. And I love my ARC 17 from Strike Industries. I love my ARC 17. And, of course, I love my PX68 Gen 2 when it holds the air and it doesn't have problems with the O-rings. And, of course, my LE has been, like, my most reliable. Carry it every day. It's in my truck right now. Love my LE. But this is one of my favorite weapons. And I'm going to tell you something about me, guys. I have a serious problem with speed. My cars, my motorcycle, I got a Ducati 1098S, that thing, and it was dyno tuned. That thing is like a missile. I had a Hellcat, a Dodge Charger Hellcat I just sold a couple months ago. I traded in my CTSV coupe supercharged with work to get the Hellcat. I have a problem with speed, guys. I have a serious problem with speed. So the faster things go, the more excited I get. Love this thing. I cannot believe I seen 675 last night with this thing when I busted it out of the box and I fired this thing. And it's like almost a consistent 600 and change, or very, when it, after a few usages, it's still in the high 590s. This thing is insane, man. For a BB gun, that kind of speed just makes me so happy. It's unbelievable. So let's go over a couple things, guys. Here's your safety right here. Right over here. That's your safety. It's on both sides, so it's an ambidextrous weapon. And then here is your mag release to dump your mag. Press it, and it dumps right out. Okay, so let me go over this with you guys real quick, and then we'll end the video because I know it's kind of long already. This magazine is very cheesy, guys. I'm not going to lie. The weapon is ridiculous. It's heavy as shit. But this magazine is so freaking cheesy. It's unbelievable. It feels like a little kid's piece of plastic, to be honest with you. It's really ridiculous. It feels like a little kid's piece of plastic. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, with that being said, it's very light. It's like extremely light and plastic. It's all plastic. Just very shitty. But it's nice and it works. Okay, so you have a little lid over here you can pop, and you see, like, this is how, that's where you load your BBs into those little holes, and this is how you roll it. Now, I never loaded my BBs like that. I load my BBs. Oh, wow. What is that there? I don't want to ruin this. So let me see a minute. Okay, now. Okay. Okay. So I don't want to play with that because that was a little odd. So, guys, this is how I've been loading my BBs. I hold it with the L part facing my face. I put my thumb right on the roller, and I squirt my BBs into the hole. Like, even if you squirt a couple in there and you just rock this back and forth, the BBs will eventually drop in the holes that they belong. They can't go anywhere else besides missing, like a bunch of mine are, and keep doing with this speed loader. The other speed loader doesn't do that. They fall in the holes real easy. This speed loader, for some reason, kicks the BBs out all over the place, and it's driving me fucking nuts. But that's okay. We'll pick them up and put them in. And this speed loader, for some reason, is it's just strong. Like, you have to really press the button hard to get the BBs to come out of this one. See, I just missed 2 in a row again. I like the other speed loader better. But whatever, they all do the same thing. So I just keep squirting the BBs in and rolling the magazine until I see that, like, every hole is filled. I just roll it with my thumb after I shoot it in. The BBs are in the hole, and I keep rolling it until the whole magazine circles. And then I know all the holes are filled and it's a full mag. Should have just loaded the other speed loader, but it's alright, guys. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. It's a pain in the ass, but whatever. Oh, God. Oh, my God. It's like now none of them want to go in there. I don't know why. I don't know why, guys. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. There we go. You got to put it on a certain angle. That's all. All right, now I got it. Okay, guys, so we're all full. Pick up your weapon. Aim it straight at the ground because that's the way the magazine will go back in. If you try to put it in sideways, BBs will fall out. So just keep it there. Keep it that way. Put it in. Lock it into place. And that's it, guys. Don't forget to rack your top back here. Pull it back. Keep your safety on. All right, guys. So that's it, guys. So I'm going to tell you again right now. The Sig Sauer Rifle. This power on this thing. It's friggin' insane, guys. Insane. Absolutely love it. And I give this thing, literally, a rating 6 out of 5. It's like it's a bonus point. I love it. The speed is insane. Fucking insane. Guys, tune in next time. Peace.